Now we move on to our next news. Thailand's military spokesperson has said that over 130,000 people have been evacuated amid heavy clashes with Cambodia. Fighting has been reported in at least 12 locations, with both countries exchanging artillery fire for a second straight day. Reportedly, at least 16 people, mostly Thai civilians, have been killed so far, while tens of thousands remain displaced. Here's what the Thailand's military spokesperson had to say.
Forces continue to use heavy weapons and long-range weaponry supporting fire to attack the front lines and rear areas, affecting civilians and humanitarian sites such as hospitals. Clashes have been reported in 12 areas, including Chongbok, Chong An Ma. The Ministry of Interior, through the provinces of Surin, Bonratthani, Sisakhet, and Buriram, has already evacuated over 130,000 civilians, almost 100% of the local population in the affected areas.
Acting Thai Prime Minister Phuntham Vechayachai has also warned that the situation has intensified and could escalate into a state of war. Both nations continue to blame each other for initiating this conflict, which erupted at a long disputed border site. Now we're joined by Ross Feingold. He's a political analyst, joins us live from Taipei. Thank you, Ross, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, what are the underlying causes of these current clashes between Thailand and Cambodia? And how have historical tensions contributed to this escalation?
Well, they have a historical disagreement over an overlapping territorial claim that's been unresolved pretty much since the colonial era, when Cambodia was colonized by France. And this has periodically flared up over the years. This is not the first time that there's been violence and that the two militaries have engaged in gunfire. What's unusual about this particular time is the intensity of the violence, which is something we have not seen during the previous recent times that they had a flare-up of disagreement that wound up becoming a brief shooting battle. What's taking place over the past 2 days really is a significant increase in the use of force by both sides versus past incidents.
And Ross, now given the large number of evacuees and casualties, what are the long-term humanitarian and economic impacts on both of these fragile countries?
I think certainly Thailand is prepared for these kinds of situations. They have experience with disaster relief, for example, from natural disasters. They have a very large number of military personnel in Thailand, so not only could they fight the battle, but they could also assist with civilian evacuation as well. Cambodia is certainly going to be less prepared. The government of Cambodia simply doesn't have the same amount of resources, whether that's for its military or to assist civilians. They simply don't have the same amount of resources that Thailand does, which might be a factor in getting Cambodia to try and quickly to de-escalate, although I do think Thailand is eager to de-escalate as well.
And Ross, can you tell us a little bit of background and the timing? What does this timing signal about this? Although in recent years, we didn't see this kind of situation in Cambodia and Thailand's border.
Yeah, I mean, the most recent flare-up occurred because of a series of incidents over the past few weeks involving gunfire and also involving soldiers being injured by landmines. And it just quickly escalated, it got out of hand. Now, when it first flared up, the prime minister at the time, Shinawatra, she tried to talk to Hun Sen. The call was leaked by the Cambodian side for reasons we still don't quite know. And that resulted in her being removed from office because her comments or the words she used to Hun Sen on the call seemed to be too deferential, and she even criticized her own army. And that was considered completely inappropriate for the sitting prime minister of Thailand. So Thailand has an acting prime minister at the moment. It seems that both sides have let this slide out of hand quite quickly over the last few days. But again, I think they're going to both sides are going to come under significant pressure to de-escalate.
Thank you for sharing that, Ross. Please stay with us as